I mean, look at that. That's lovely. It is the kind of place you can imagine, you know, Dick Turpin, I think, wasn't it? This is magic. Honestly, I had no idea. Ooh. Is it a trap? It could be a trap. Kind of feels like I could be in another country, you know. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I'm in Lancashire today and I'm going to go and do a little bit of a hike up onto the moors with the Finn Meister. As you're aware, or some of you at least, Finn lives down in Lancashire here with her mum and I live up in Cumbria, but I really fancy just getting out of the house, getting away from Cumbria for a short while and doing a hike somewhere completely different. Now, I've not done this route before. I've been up on the hill before, but I've not done the entire route. So we're going up onto a place called Great Hill, and then beyond that it's like a 6-mile circular route. So let's make our way up to Great Hill and I'll update you a bit further along, but in the meantime just enjoy these completely different surroundings to what I'm used to. Come on. Okay, I think this bit here is called the Goit, I think. And I have no idea what that means or anything. Or maybe that's the Goit, I don't know. But it's an interesting little place. I love all this moss on the wall. Which way is the best way? Go on in. Good dog. So I think this is going to be a very wet and muddy walk today, which is a little bit irritating because it's blue sky back in Cumbria, wall-to-wall blue sky, not a cloud in the sky, to be honest with you, and it looked beautiful. And as I was driving down the motorway, I could just see that blue sky getting smaller and smaller in my wing mirrors and a huge grey mass up ahead in Lancashire. Just saying, you know, welcome to Lancashire. But yes, there's been no sunshine at all today. I brought all my camera gear in the hopes of getting up to the top of the hill here and showing you the views, because they are quite spectacular actually, looking out over all the various towns that surround this particular moor and also looking right back up to the Lake District. So sadly there'll be no sunshine today and it's already getting quite dark. However, I do have the Finn Meister who'll brighten up the whole day. She will be my sunshine. Oh. Okay, left ear, Finn. Good girl. Now then, this has a real Rydal vibe to it. So as you're kind of coming down off the south of Rydal, heading towards Pelter Bridge car park, there's a track just like this with a mossy wall, maybe a bit more trees above. Cool, I love it around here already. I mean, I've walked this bit before, this is familiar. Only once, mind you, quite a few years ago, but I remember this little switchback in the path here. I mean, look at that, that's lovely. There are quite a few places where I've been where the weather's not been fantastic. The first thing that springs to mind is the Helvellyn South Ridge. Sorry, I feel like my beard's going all over the place. The Helvellyn South Ridge that I did up onto Seat Sandal, Dollywagon, Nethermost, and then, no, I didn't hit Helvellyn, did I? So yeah, that was completely clagged in, couldn't see anything. So that's another location that I'd like to go back, revisit, and do another, maybe a smaller video, just to give you an idea of what it's like. I'm going to close that gate because I don't think it's meant to be open. Let me know what you think of that idea, you know, revisiting places that weren't great and then getting back and showing you the views. Right, so I'm on the road now and I follow this up for maybe a kilometre or so. I think this is all from memory now, and then it turns into a track or we get to a crossroads or something, I don't know. But there's some really interesting little buildings up here as well, little old dilapidated farm buildings. God, it's getting in the way. Kind of feel like I can breathe and talk again. I mean, I really love this jacket, but I do feel when the collar's open like this, I feel like I look like Count Dracula. Okay, let's get up to the point where this tarmac runs out and we go onto the track. Come on, Fanny. Good girl. Through that gate, and I'm already feeling better. And I think it's because, not because of the road, I think it's because I'm now on this wide open space. Here's a question for you. Do you feel the same? You know, when you get out hiking and you get away from those populated areas, you have this sense of, I don't know, a really uplifting, hopeful, deep joy. I can kind of, I've got it in my head what I'm feeling, and it's this overwhelming sense of hope and happiness. It's weird, and I have it a lot in the lakes. I have it when I'm, well, all the time when I'm hiking. But when I get away from the roads, the villages, that kind of stuff, and get out into the open spaces like this, either up in the fells or in bleak places. I love this, you know I do. I think a lot of you guys do too. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have that almost, I don't know, it's indescribable. I don't know, maybe it is describable, maybe I just don't have the vocabulary to describe it. Maybe someone who's a bit more poetic than I am perhaps would be able to really put it into words exactly what you feel when you get out here. Probably people like Wordsworth. Love it, absolutely love it. It's just pure joy and pure peace. It's weird, like an inner peace. I'm not talking rubbish now. But just let us know in the comments if you feel that same thing when you get out and about, wherever it is. And it's raining, and it's that really fine, misty stuff that just swirls around and hits the camera. So I'll keep on wiping that as much as possible. It's the same stuff that was in the Yorkshire Dales on that first day in Malham. I mean, it's a nightmare for filming, but it's obviously not a nightmare to be here. It's lovely, as long as you've got the waterproof clobber on. She's loving it. So the last time I was here, I've only been here once, I think I got to about this point. I didn't get any further, because I came up specifically for this stuff, the heather. And it is absolutely stunning here in August. It really is. As you can see, all this is heather here on both sides. I'm just going to spin you around, try not to get that wet. And it's lovely, obviously you've got this wall going through it as well. A lot of photographic opportunities. But I came here for a specific reason, and that was to get a shot of young Phineas in the heather. So yeah, I've not gone any further than this. This is all, from now, from this bit here, is all alien territory to me. Never been up to Great Hill. I've got no idea what to expect. And I love that. I love the unknown. I can see it on the map. I can see the contours. I can see there's a farm nearby. I can see several paths going off. But that's it. So I've got like a mental image of what it could look like. And I like getting to these places and then sort of seeing, oh yeah, okay, that's what it looks like. Anyway, I'm gonna stop chit-chatting. Let's get on to Great Hill and admire the views down. Now you see there's a good photo op. This wall here and the tree behind it, that's lovely, really nice. And imagine it with the heather here in the foreground. And that angle as well actually is not bad, is it? I don't know if that's coming out in this camera. I can't even see the back of the camera. That little soggy body. It's an interesting little structure, isn't it? Just by the side of the road. I wonder what that was used for. Obviously a doorway here. There's another one, look. Almost identical. And I suspect There's another one just here, slightly bigger. Yeah, weird, isn't it? And there's another one. In fact, they're all the way along. I've got no idea what these things are. If I happen to find out retrospectively, once I get back down, I'll let you know, either on the screen or something. And if I don't find out, but you know, let us all know. Because here's another one. There's loads of them. It's weird. It's kind of like a miniature version of the Mile Fortlets up on Hadrian's Wall. I got this feeling there's blue sky right above my head, so the cloud is very thin. And it is supposed to apparently stop at 1:30. It's just a bit galling that back in Cumbria it really was absolutely stunningly beautiful. Soft golden sunlight hitting everything. It's just occurred to me that I've not actually told you where the hell we are. So I've parked up in a village called Brinscall, and Brinscall is between Blackburn and Chorley. In fact, there's quite a lot of towns around here. So you've got Blackburn and Darwin, the conurbation of those two towns. You've got Preston, a bit further to the north and the west. You've got Chorley, Bolton, and various other places. So there's a lot of people around here, a lot of seething mass of humanity, and yet, just a short walk, you get this. It really is like an oasis in that desert of humanity. So it just goes to show that you don't really have all that far to go. You know, you don't have to spend hours in the car. If you live around this area, for example, you don't have to spend hours in the car going to the lakes or Peak District or Yorkshire, whatever, or Scotland. You've got this. I mean, this is pretty damn beautiful. It really is. It's bleak, but it is beautiful. Especially all the heather. Stick a few more hills here and stick Sullivan there and you're in ascent. It feels very similar to that path that takes you down to the beginning of the climb up to Sullivan. I can really hear the motorway over that, well, motorways, there are several around here, come from that direction, very noisy. And it is a real shame that it's clagged in like it is, zero views, because like I said, the views from here, just this bit, are incredible. And I bet the views from the top of Great Hill are even more so, because you can see all the towns that surround the area, and you can also see right up to the Lake District and see a lot of the Lakeland Fells. Okay. So I'm in a path there from somewhere else. And let's have a look. Okay, a bit of information. Ramblers Association, public footpath to Brinscall, Belmont Road, White Coppice. I have to say, I'm very sorry if I'm not giving you any information, by the way. This was literally a last minute decision to come and do this today. I was lying in bed this morning thinking, I want to go and see Finn. I've not seen her for ages. So I don't know this area at all. So I don't know any of the history. I can't give you any information. So you're discovering it as I'm discovering it. So look at these beech trees. Wow. Love them. Love the twisty shapes of them, the branches. Yeah, there's something very, very magical about beech trees. I'm sure there's some history associated with that, you know. There's probably loads of history associated with this track. You know, it's kind of so much industry's probably come down here. There's probably been highwaymen along here. It looks like the kind of place we'd imagine highwaymen back in whenever that was, hundreds of years ago, coming here and, oh for God, look at her. Honestly. Poo with no view. I have to pick that up now and find a bin. What the hell's a bin round here? Oh, I might stick and flick it, you know. I think I will. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by her bowels, it is the kind of place you can imagine, you know, Dick Turpin, I think, wasn't it? I don't know if he was up here. But that sort of character. And you come round the corner here, you just get waylaid by bandits. I love these trees. I love these gate posts. I love all this entire scene. I love it all. Okay, I think that is what is known as ghost poo. Literally nothing there. Come on then, let's get going. Oh, this is a very interesting place. Let's have a little rummage around here, look. What's this? Joe Fell Runner, 1939 to 1991. Rest in peace, Joe. Let's have a look up this bit. There's a little kind of information board over there. We'll go and check it out, because this obviously is something. That'd be a nice bench to sit on, wouldn't it? Ordinarily, with that view. Nice. Okay, here we go. The Lost Farms, drink waters. Explore the history of Brinscall Moor. There were once 50 farms in this landscape. Now these traditional stone houses, built in the 1800s and 1700s, are mostly just low piles of stone. I wonder if that's what we saw. Where the hell are we? I think we're here. Yes, drink waters. We've come up. That's the path with all those little buildings. There's nothing mentioned there, look. I'm rubbish at speed reading. I should be reading that and going, oh yes, there's that information there, look. All right, 50 species of sphagnum moss in the UK. Sphagnum mosses can soak up more than 8 times their own weight. They form amazing multicoloured living carpets. And here's another little interesting factoid for you. Sphagnum moss, or sphagnum, however you pronounce it, is really good as a natural toilet paper. I know it sounds disgusting, but it is. It's very, very good. I've used it when I've not had my toilet paper. I actually used it the year before last up on Stack Polly. I literally had a loo with a view and used some of that moss that was by a rock, and it was fantastic. So I managed to dig a little bit of a hole and get it in there and use the moss. It was amazing. And I think they used to use it as some kind of a dressing as well for wounds, because it would help soak up the blood and start the whole process of clotting, what have you. There you go, a little bit of information for you. With zero research on that. Interesting though. It just looks really nice, that place. All right, I think we've got to that decision point now, so if we go straight on, it starts to go down, drops into the valley, I think. And there's this left-hand path, that's the one we want. We're going to go up to Great Hill, if I can get onto the grass. Oh, that's good. It's nice to get off that track, actually. She's happy now, look. She loves the grass. So I think the summit is just up here, not far at all. Well, it is a little bit squelchy, isn't it, Finn? I can see you. Oh, that's handy. No, okay. About 100 metres left, Finn, and we're there. Okay, here we are on the summit of Great Hill. Look at these views. Look at them. It's a nice little shelter here though. I don't think we're going to stay. I think we'll push on. Had it been clear, it would have been lovely to have sat up here and enjoyed the views down to, well, I think it's like a 360, obviously slightly domed, so you won't see, you know, down that way, but still pretty good. This looks kind of new. I don't know why that is. It probably isn't. Let's check the map. I think we're probably going down that way, but I just want to double check, because that would be a disaster. We ended up going somewhere where we didn't want to go. And sure enough, that isn't the way. So it's worth checking the map. We need to go off that way, which looks, it's looking a bit boggy, isn't it? I mean, I could go down there, and then pick up another path that will join this one, but sod it, we're going this way. It's only a bit of boggage, we can work it out, I think. Let's give it a go, and if it all goes a bit pear-shaped, we'll go and do something else. We'll come back here and go down there. Come on, we can do this. Just kind of walking off into oblivion, really. I'm gonna get lost on moors. Look at it. I love it. I love this. Finn, not so much. If you ever wanted to know the definition of bleakosity, it's this. I give the bleakosity. Wonderful. Here she goes. There she goes. Where's she gone? Where's she go? She's gone. Go on. Come here, you. Come on. Oh. Whee. I love that kind of crazy side eye. Come here. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Are you? Oh, you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good little dog, aren't you? Yeah. You're absolutely soaked to the skin. Come on, let's go. This is magic. Honestly, I had no idea that it was so, remote and barren and bleak and beautiful up here. No idea. I mean, I kind of knew about the heather back there and that track, but I think once you get off the track, I mean, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I know some of you are probably watching and going, what are you talking about? You're insane. If you've been to places like this before and you're familiar with it, and you're familiar with getting soaking wet and it just doesn't bother you at all, you kind of get what I'm talking about. I'm going to face you that way now. Actually, no, I'm going to face you that way. I can't work out which way the rain's coming in. I'm trying to stop the lens from getting wet. I can't figure it out. Probably about halfway around on the walk now, and there is what looks like on the map some really nice little reservoirs further on here, and we end up picking up the, what's it called? I think it's called the Witten Weavers Way. I think it's like a 32-mile way. So a couple of reservoirs and what looks like some nice footpaths and footbridges that then leads into a place called Abbey Village, and that's where the pub is. So yeah, looking forward to that. Love it. I love going to places that I'm not familiar with. I might have mentioned that on the Dales Walk van camp thing that I did a few weeks ago, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Lake District, obviously, but it's most of it I've done. Seriously, most of it I've done. There's a few little pockets of places that I haven't been in the lakes, but the vast majority of it I have walked and is very familiar, which is all right, but it's doing stuff like this, exploring, getting out and not doing any research. I know that sounds weird, but I try to do as little research as possible. And there's a reason for that. I think sometimes when you over-research something, you can kind of ruin it, because then you get someone else's flavour of it. You get their interpretation of it. You already know what you're going to expect because you've seen pictures or videos like this. It can taint it a little bit, especially if the person who you're reading from or watching, or the photographs you're looking at, if they have a negative slant on something, that can kind of sometimes taint your view of it. So that's why I don't do any research. I like to discover stuff myself, look at a map, so that's the research. I look at the map, that's it, really. And then I might do a bit of research when I get home. If I see something, that was really interesting, I'd like to know a bit more about that, I'll go and have a look. It feels more like an adventure then, like I'm a explorer. No one's ever been here before. It's as close as I'm ever going to get to that, because let's face it, the world has been done. Let's get on to the point where the path picks up the road. I think that's about another kilometre away. We get to a road, cross the road there, and then drop down onto the river there. I'll have to check the name of that again. I'll mention it when we get there. And then we'll get onto the reservoir, so let's go and do it. Just enjoy. I'm going to stop talking, just sit back and enjoy the the bleakosity of these views now. Okay, kind of went the wrong way. I ended up going down there and up over that stile, and it's the wrong way, so let's double back onto this path now. Oh, this is cute, another little farmstead, and these little coppice of trees here just to give it some kind of shelter, probably from the prevailing wind. Ooh, what was that? I think that was a kestrel. Another interesting little place. I'm loving that tree with a hole in it. Is that a headstone there? Look. There's no writing on it. They look like headstones, don't they? But they're not. Interesting building though. I'd love to know the history. So this place here on the map is actually marked as Pimm's, as in the drink. Okay, so the path kind of snakes a little bit now. I think we cross over this little stream here, get on the other side of that wall, and then it sort of snakes into the A road that we're going to cross in about, probably, rough guesstimate, 10 minutes or so maybe. And then I think we'll probably drop down into some woods. Well, it looks that way anyway on the map. Look at this. Ooh, ooh. Almost ended up face down in it. Oh, almost got my foot stuck. Okay, I'm through. How's Finn doing? You alright, Finny? Whoa, they slipped. Right, concentrate. Okay, so there, and up. Okay, here's a bit of a conundrum. So on the map, it suggests the path goes this side of the fence. We carry on round on the outside, as it were. But there's this really nice looking gate and this really nice looking field, non-boggy. It's really boggy here, not boggy here. So do I take the chance and go through the gate that there isn't actually a gate on the other side and I can't get through? Or do I go down the boggy thing? It's going to take ages. I want to chance it. I'm going to go through the gate. If I can get through, that's the other problem, isn't it? Because a couple of issues here. One, I can't fit, as you well know. It's the usual problem. And two, there's a lot of water. Right, wait there, Finny. I'm not going. Come on then, you come. Now you don't drown. Okay, that's a good way of doing it. This is infinitely easier to walk on, but I just don't want to get shot by a farmer and then not be able to get out the other side. Is it a trap? It could be a trap. It's looking nice over there though. I like the trees. I think we'll be in those woods pretty soon. Ooh, about 10 minutes or so. So get a bit of shelter. Although it feels like the rain's dying down a little bit. What is this just up ahead? I've not seen another gate yet. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Just a little bit. How much water's here? Ooh, ooh. Oh my god, I almost fell in then. Okay, need to be really careful around here. Careful, Finn, wait. Wait there, wait. This stuff's horrible. Let's go up onto there, look, a bit further up. Okay, it appears there is a bit of a path here. Yeah, good. So I can see the road now, hopefully you can see it as well. One van there, look. Okay, going through the field is not the right way to go because there is no gate on the end. Well, there is, but it's. Oh, how am I going to do you now? Ooh, come on, up, jump. I got you. There you go. I got you. Right, wait there. Let's put your lead on. Okay, so we need to walk along this A road for about, I'm going to guess 50 metres. I've not really looked at the map properly, but it's along it a little bit, and then we cross, and then we head down into woods. So let's try not to get run over. Let's get over. Must admit, I'm not a fan of walking on roads like this. It's a bit fast, and people are a bit crazy. Oh wow. Look at that tree. Flipping it, I don't know if that's coming out. It looks so dark on the back of the screen, but that's a very impressive tree. If we've got more of those inside here, I'm going to be very happy. Okay, here's the path. Phew, let's get on it quick. Oh, well, it's very nice in here. Very nice. I love the oranges and I love the dark trunks of these trees. Beautiful. Okay, I am definitely coming back here in autumn next year on a misty day, because can you imagine these sorts of trees, beach, all beach, in autumn. Beautiful. You can tell the beach, by the way, because of the smooth trunk, and you get a lot of the seed pods as well around the base crunching underneath your feet. Love it. Life's a beach. Just amazing. Oh, I love these woods. I love them. Kind of feels like I could be in another country, you know, Canada maybe. I don't know. Sort of. Ah, this is really nice. So this is the River Roddlesworth, and we're actually heading towards Roddlesworth Reservoirs a bit further down here. This is gorgeous. It really is absolutely stunning. That's a very interesting tree. Look at this. Love those twists and turns. Look at it from that angle. I don't know what these steps are here for, but let's go and have a look. Okay, so it's like a... Oh, okay. It is actually the path, because we don't want to be walking down that. That's pretty horrendous. I must admit, on the map, I was kind of hoping that this was going to be an easy path. As in, you know, something I'd kind of get along very, very quickly. But it's not. It's a bit slippy, a bit muddy. It's just going to take a bit longer to get along. It's just a shame that it's a little bit late in the day. It's about 2:30 now, so I've only got about an hour left of daylight. And obviously this time of year, there's not a lot of light anyway at this time of day. And with it being quite cloudy, it's quite dark in here. I don't even know if this camera's working anymore. But you get the idea. I love that. I love the colours. Wow. This is a photographer's dream in here. Oh, good. Now, picked up the main track. This is kind of what I was hoping for. And I think this is the Whitton Weavers Way. So I should get some speed on now to the reservoirs. I love it round here. I think Lancashire's got some real beautiful little gems. And it's somewhere I definitely need to explore a bit more. Come to places like this. And, you know, I didn't find this in a book or anything like that. I didn't know anything about it. I just literally looked on the map. I thought I'm going to pick Finn up. It's around that area. Let's have a look at the map. We'll go and walk that circular route. That's the best way, honestly. It really. I've said this before on a previous video, on the Falton Knot one, in fact, it was, that it's just nice just to look at a map and go for it. Because then you find stuff like this. So yeah, I want to get amongst this a bit more. Lancashire and Yorkshire as well. So many places. Devon, Dorset, Cornwall, France, Italy, the entire Alps, Dolomites, Switzerland, Austria, everything. New Zealand, Canada. So many places I want to go. Well done, Finn. There, and over. Wow, nice bridge. Once again, a little bit like Yorkshire, I love the stone in Lancashire. It's different again to the Lake District. That's lovely, isn't it? So is that. Looking a bit bedraggled. Oh, look at this. Nice waterfall there. That's lovely. Let's see if it's got a name. So this is Tockles Plantation number 3. Not the waterfall, the area that we're in now. Yeah, no name on that waterfall, but look at this. Love this wall here. That's like something out of Jurassic Park, doesn't it? Or King Kong. I have news, by the way. Got a phone call last week from the podiatrist saying they'd had a cancellation and would I be interested in having my toenail removed next week, i.e. this week. So this Wednesday I'll be having my toenail taken off. So by the time you watch this video, it'll be gone, and I would have had the embarrassing moment of having to walk through Kendal in a bright orange croc because it's all bandaged up. But I'll be on the road to recovery at last, which means that by the time I get to the 11th of Jan, which is when I'm supposed to have my operation, I should be at the point where I'll be doing some short hikes and getting out. So I'm chuffed a bit. I'm so glad they managed to slot me in on Wednesday, but I must admit I'm dreading it as well at the same time. Dreading it, dreading the pain. Not the pain, because I think it's supposed to be painless, but it's I'm not going to watch it. I think just looking at the nail being peeled off is way too much, so I'm not going to watch. This is like Rivendell, isn't it? It really is. So yeah, I'm nervous about the experience, but I'm very excited about what it means. So having that toenail healed completely means I can crack on with all the plans that I was making this year for the hikes that I wanted to do, and it all had to be shelved. So much stuff that I want to do, which means 2024, touch wood, should be an absolute belter of a year. Lots of hiking, lots of Lake District hiking, lots of further afield hiking, multi-day hikes, wild camps, van trips, overseas stuff, maybe. I don't know if I can afford it. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming. I have to say, this walk is right up there with the best of them. I'm really loving it. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got the bleakosity of the moors, and then you've got these absolutely beautiful woods. I mean, look at them. And this is when they're all dead and there's no leaves. So you can just imagine what it's like in the summer when it's got a full canopy on, and then obviously in autumn when it's going orange. So lovely. I'm sorry, I sound like a flipping stuck record, don't I? I'm so sorry. Right, we're just approaching the first of the reservoirs here. Just kind of make it out through the trees. But as I approach, I just want to say a huge thank you to all you who've sent me well wishes about my tour. It seems to be going on for ages. It's like a huge saga. And I'm sure you're absolutely sick and tired of me harping on about it all the time. So yeah, thanks for being concerned. I do read all the messages. I would love to reply to all of them because I really appreciate them. I appreciate you spending the time to write them, you know, the comments on the videos. And it really kind of grates on me that I'm not replying because you've taken the time to write. Really, by rights, I should take the time to reply to each one of them. But it is a time thing. It's not that I don't want to, I really do. And it's really messing with my head that I'm not replying to your comments. But if I did that, I just wouldn't have time to make these videos. So I think what I might do is just bang a comment every now and then just saying thanks everybody. I'll just keep doing this, I don't know, thank you like this. They don't go unnoticed. Your support doesn't go unnoticed. It is hugely appreciated. Hello, dog. Oh. And as I've mentioned before, you know, if you really like the channel, you get something from it, you get value from these videos, and you want to support me, the best way to do that is over on patreon.com/theblackclan. So I got slightly distracted by that tree there. It's all these beech trees are driving me nuts. And then, you know, for as little as £2 a month, which is probably like nearly $2, I don't know what the conversion rate is, but it's not a lot, like less than a cup of coffee, you'd be supporting this channel directly and allow me to get out and do stuff like this and put fuel in my tank and actually now put food on my table because I'm doing this full time. But you also get a few perks as well. And what I'll do is I'll put all the perks on the screen here like I've done before in the past. And depending on what tier you sign up to, you get a little bit more, you know, like discounts and that kind of stuff off my photos and merch that isn't available right now because I had a bit of a nightmare with the supplier, but it will be back soon. So yes, that is the best way to support me. And if you don't want that monthly subscription, but you still want to support me, then you can head over to blackcrag.com and there's a selection of all my photographs over there. If you're interested in that and having a piece of art on your wall that'll be worth an absolute fortune one day, you can support me that way as well. Anyway, let's push on to what looks like a dam. Hopefully we'll go and see that and have a look at it and move on to the next res, because I think there's 2, maybe even 3, I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, it seems I've completely missed the dam there, and I'm actually alongside the second reservoir now. But that's okay, because I think the path in a minute on this track drops down to some footbridges and weirs and that kind of stuff, so we get a good eyeful of it. I'm just very mindful of the light. It's getting very dark now, and this camera is rubbish in the dark. So I kind of want to get a little bit closer to the pub, and then I can sort of stop panicking a bit. Not panicking, but you know, I want you to see stuff. Definitely a walk of 2 halves, this, isn't it? First half, complete open moor, bleakosity, and then the second half, just incredibly beautiful woodland. Some of the nicest I've ever seen, actually. Very Tolkien-esque. Okay, I think just up here is where the weirs are. Let's go and have a look at those. What a really interesting place. Look at this. That's quite a big drop. Imagine sledging down that. That's got to be 60 or 70 degrees. That's crazy. And then on the other side, you've got the second of the reservoirs. That is really lovely, isn't it? I'm loving that reflection. Another footbridge here, but we don't take this one. Carry on around this way. I think I can hear the sound of the weirs just up ahead. That's amazing. Imagine a rubber ring on that. It's fantastic. Okay, reservoir number 3. And I think I can see the pub out there. So, I'm going to get to the pub, get a pint. Please don't judge me for what I get. If they've got a nice dark ale on, I'll definitely get it. If not, then well, I won't. I'll just get the usual rubbish. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, the route is in the description. I highly recommend this one if you can get out and do it. It's absolutely beautiful, it really is. Despite the weather, you know, it's amazing. And yeah, I'll see you out on a video very, very soon. Maybe with Finn, maybe not. It'll probably be a limpy video. It might just be rubbish. I might just be sat at home talking garbage. But in the meantime, let's go and get a pint.